Good morning everyone. Today here we are a very important topic of class 11th, that is rules of journalizing. Okay, these rules of journalizing, actually as we have seen, there are two approaches as per which it is done. First one is the traditional approach. Traditional approach. You should remember the name. Traditional approach is also known as English approach. And oblique. These rules which we are going to study now, these are also known as golden rules, which are as per the traditional approach. These are the golden rules and it is the basic of accountancy for class 11th. It's very important throughout the life, I can say. Whether you are appearing for any interviews later on after your studies and all, after your PG, these basic golden rules are generally asked in the written exams also as well as interviews also. So let us see the golden rules today. First of all, what are the golden rules which are according to the traditional approach? Okay, three accounts are there especially here now. First one is real account. According to traditional approach, first one, A, is real account. Real. Now, the question arises that which items are going to come in the real account. As we have studied in the previous videos, we have seen all the basic terms, what we have seen. At that time, we have studied all the assets. We have studied the type of the assets. So, in real account, actually, real account, all the assets are coming. All the assets, it means whatever property the business is owning, whatever property the business is having, all property. In short, I can say whatever property is there, property. Okay, that is coming in the real account. For example, it can be land, it can be building, it can be any property which can be converted into cash. That will come in the real account. Except one, suppose cash, I am saying cash can be, as you know, cash can be cash in hand and cash can be cash at bank. But in the real account, we are having only cash in hand. Cash in hand. Cash at bank is not coming. Here exception is there, cash at bank. Cash at bank, this item is not coming in the real account. Why it is not coming? Okay, why it is not coming? There are reasons, we will see in the next type now. First of all, we are seeing A, cash at bank, actually it is a personal account. And why it is that, I will tell you in the B part when I will explain. Now we are focusing on the real account. Real account, what you have to keep in mind? Dear students, you have to always keep in mind that whatever property is there with the business which can be converted into cash is coming in the real account. It can be land, building, typewriter, machine, any asset which is there with the business except cash at bank. They are coming in the real account. Okay. So if type is asked, you will write R. R is the type. Okay. Now let us come to the rule. What is the rule of the real account which we are going to study, that is golden rule. What is the rule? See. Make note of these things. These are very important. Coming to the rule now. What is the rule which is applied to the real account, and it's very important. Debit. In short, we will write always DR. Debit what comes in. What comes in. And reverse, vice versa. Credit what goes out. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. What the rule is saying? The rule is saying that whatever is coming in the business, whatever means whatever asset is coming in the business is always debited, and whatever is going or moving out of business, that will always be credited. For example, suppose to clear this, we can see certain examples. Suppose building purchased. One small transaction I am taking. Suppose we have taken example building purchased rupees 15 lakhs. Building purchased rupees 15 lakh. This is a transaction. Now just you have to think which are the parties which are involved in this transaction. Which are the names which will come in the journal entry. When the building will be purchased, what will be the impact on the business? You have to think what is coming in and what is moving out. When building is purchased, obviously what is coming in? Yeah, what is coming in? The building. And what is moving out? Cash. So building is coming in and cash is moving out. So what the rule is saying? Rule is saying that whatever is coming in the business, that is to be debit. So what is coming in here? Building. So obviously I will write building in the debit side. Building account, what the journal entry will be? Building account debit. And what is moving out? Cash. Cash account credit with the amount 15 lakhs. Like this. Along with the narration, being building purchased. Being building purchased. Like this. So in this way you will write the journal entry, and if type is asked, what is the type of building? Building is a real account because it's an asset. Similarly it's a cash. It's not cash at bank, it's a normal cash in hand. Type is also real, R. Building and cash both are the example of real account. And it is also not necessary that if we are talking about the real account in the journal entry, you will always have real only. It can be combination. It can be combination of real and personal. It can be combination of real and nominal. Any combination you can have, but you should know the type. Suppose if questions are given in the 11th exam, you should know whether you are doing the journal entry. You should know the type of each and every account, whether they are real, personal or nominal. So just in short, again we are revising. These are known as golden rules which we are studying today. First one, what we are seeing is a real account. What is coming in the real account? Whatever property is there with the business is coming in the real account, except one exception, as I said, it was cash at bank. It is not coming in the real, it is coming in the personal. We are discussing the personal. Then we have seen the rule, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Okay, so whatever is coming in the business is always written in the debit side. Okay, and whatever is moving out is always written in the credit side. So one example we have seen, building purchased, it can be any. Suppose building sold. I am taking reverse of this thing. If I am asking you people, suppose if I am taking the transaction building sold, what will be the impact? If any building is sold in the business, so what will come in and what will move out? When the building will be sold, obviously what will come in? The cash. Cash will come in and building will move out. So what journal entry you will have? What the rule says, debit what comes in. What is coming in? When building is sold, cash is coming in. So you will write journal entry, cash account debit to building account. Narration, being building sold. Like this. You have to just think, आपको इतना ही सोचना है that what is coming in and what is moving out. Okay? Then you can easily do the journal entry. I hope you are understanding. Now see the next one. First one is real account. Now next one is personal account. Okay? Second one, next one is, second rule is related to personal account. Second one. what is coming in the personal? As the name specifies, you can see person, personal, person, related to person. So, in whenever during the business transactions, on daily basis, as you all know, there are number of transactions in the business with lot of different parties from different places. So lot of persons are there with whom the dealings will be done. So whoever person are there in the business, whoever parties are there are coming in the personal account. It can be Ram account, Sham account, Manish account, Madan account, bank account. It can be any SBI account. It can be any organization account like that. Okay, so what is coming in the personal? All persons. When I'm saying all persons, it can be, as we have studied in the previous videos we have seen. Here, all persons means whatever are the type of persons. It can be a real person, like us, human being, who can breathe and who can do many other things and all. It can be artificial person. Artificial person, for example, bank, any building, they are artificial person. It can be representative person. Representative person, when somebody is representative. For example, it can be rent outstanding, it can be any expenses prepaid, it can be any income accrued, it can be any income which is received in advance. So when I am telling about persons, it does not mean only a real person. It can be artificial person, it can be representative person. But what is coming in the personal account is all variety of persons. Whatever are there in the business, they are coming in the real account. Okay, examples as we have seen, it can be Ram account, it can be SBI account, it can be rent outstanding, it's a representative person, it can be rent outstanding account, and so on, like so many. These are just few examples which I am telling. So what is coming in the personal account? Whoever persons are there in the business are coming in the personal account. So now coming to the cash at bank. Yes, while explaining real account I have said that cash at bank is not coming in the real account. Cash at bank is why it is not coming. Now coming to the point that cash at bank. Cash at bank belongs to whom? Cash at bank belongs to all the persons, those who are having their accounts with the bank. As you know that in today's time, whatever business is done, whatever transactions is done in the business, whatever transactions are going on daily basis are generally done through banks only. Because it's very risky to keep cash in hand. It's very risky nowadays, as you know, so many cases we are seeing on daily basis in our normal life. So to avoid the risk generally, all the transactions are done now online, and that is also through banks and various other medium. Nobody wants to carry cash. Nobody wants to keep more cash with themselves or in the business. So whoever person are having their account with the bank are persons only. It can be any name. Okay. So that's why the cash at bank, since it belongs to the person, is type personal. That's why it is not a real. That will come in the personal account. Right. Now coming to the rule. In real, we have seen debit what comes in, because asset were things. That's why we have seen what comes in. Rule is just like that only. Just will change the name. Debit the receiver. And credit, vice versa iska. Credit the giver, like this. This is the rule for personal. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Whoever is receiving something in business, whoever is receiving the amount will always be debited, and whoever is giving, the party who is giving to another party, that party will always be credited. It is just like real only, but there, since things were there, we have used the word what comes in and what goes out. But here, since this account is purely related to the types of persons, various types of person, here we will not use the word what. Here we will use the word debit the receiver and giver, because it is belonging to the person. तो जिसको भी अमाउंट मिल रहा है उसे हमेशा हम लोग डेबिट करेंगे, एंड वन हु इज गिविंग, जो दे रहा है किसी पार्टी को, उस पार्टी को हम लोग किस साइड में लिखेंगे, क्रेडिट साइड में लिखेंगे while passing the journal entry. Now let us take any example which is related to this. Suppose example I am saying cash paid to Mahesh. Suppose I take an example, cash paid to Mahesh rupees 20,000. 20,000. This is a normal transaction which happens on daily basis in the business. So what will be the journal entry? Cash paid to Mahesh. Now here, who is the party which is receiving? Who is receiving amount? As you can see the transaction, Mahesh is receiving the amount. So Mahesh is the receiver. So what entry you will write? You will write the journal entry, Mahesh account debit 20,000. And what is going out? What is moving out of the business? Cash. Cash is moving out. So cash will come in the credit side. 20,000. Like this. Okay? With the narration being cash paid to Mahesh. Being cash paid to Mahesh, like this it will come. Okay, now see here also we have applied the rule. Always we are doing the journal entry as per the rules only. Nothing is done which is outside, which is out of the track of the rules. Now when it comes to the type of the account, Mahesh, what is the type of Mahesh? Since Mahesh is a person, type will be P, personal. And cash, it's not cash at bank, it's a normal cash. So what is the type here of cash? Real, as we have seen in the previous account. Cash will be R. This you did not write. ये जरूरी नहीं है, आपको जरूरी नहीं क्या लिखना ही नहीं है when you are writing the journal entry. But just for your explanation, your understanding, so that you can have a clear vision of what you are doing, I am just telling you people that Mahesh का type P है and cash type is R, that is real. ये आपको लिखना नहीं है. Okay, you have to just use the journal entry, Mahesh account debit, cash account credit, like that. So this was the second one. Now let us see the next rule, the next golden rule, that is nominal account. Now let us see the next one. Have a note of this, have a screenshot of this. Let us see the next one now. Next rule is third one, C1, that is nominal account. Nominal. Nominal, as the name specifies. Nominal, naam matra ka. Okay? Nominal, which is of very small nature. That is nominal. So what are the items which are coming in the nominal account? What are the items? What we have seen in prior, we have seen the real, we have seen all the assets except cash at bank. Then personal, we have seen all the persons, whatever the type of person may be. It may be real, artificial, or it may be representative. Then nominal account is actually related to all the small expenses of nominal nature. Okay? All the expenses, incomes, revenues and gains. So this is an account which is related to all the nominal incomes and expenses, gains and incomes. So what will come in the nominal account? All nominal expenses, expenses oblique losses oblique gains oblique incomes. These are the items which are coming in the nominal account. So what are the nominal expenses जो daily routine पे business में होता है? It can be salary, it can be wages, it can be discount, it can be commission, it can be rent, it can be electricity bill, it can be stationery, it can be refreshment. So many. There are number of items which are done on daily basis जो expenses होते हैं. For example, there are similarly incomes also. It can be commission received, it can be interest received, it can be apprenticeship premium. Similarly, many gains are there and incomes are there which are happening on daily basis, which are of recurring nature. See, which item will come in the nominal account? Which are of very small nature, which are of very recurring nature, which are repeated on daily basis. All these 4 types of items will come in the nominal account. Now coming to the rule of nominal account, let us see the rule. What is the golden rule of nominal account? Yes, now let us see the rule of the nominal account. What is the rule? Debit. This rule is little bit different from the previous 2 rules. Debit all expenses oblique losses and credit. Debit in short, you know, we will write DR. Credit you will write CR. Debit, credit, all incomes oblique gains. Okay, so this is the rule of nominal account. Debit all expenses oblique losses. बिजनेस में जितने भी छोटे मोटे खर्चे हैं, लॉसेस हैं, उन सबको हमें डेबिट करना है. उन सबको हमें पहले डेबिट साइड में लिखना है जर्नल एंट्री करते वक्त. और जितने भी बिजनेस में इनकम है, जितने भी बिजनेस में गेन्स होते हैं, जितने भी हिंदी में व्हाट इज सेड दैट आय बोलते हैं शायद, दैट व्हाटएवर इनकम्स आर देयर इन द बिजनेस, दैट इनकम ऑलवेज बी रिटन इन द क्रेडिट साइड. ओके, for example, let us take certain example. For example, salary paid. Salary paid. This is a normal recurring transaction of any business every month. It can be salary paid, wages paid, rent paid, any. It can be received also similarly. It can be rent received, salary received, like that. Commission received. Salary paid rupees 45,000. This is a transaction. Now you have to just focus on your mind that which are the parties which are involved in this transaction. When salary is paid, so which are the parties actually? One is salary, because salary is a nominal account which is paid to somebody. Then second impact, you have to think what will be the impact on business when salary will be paid. When salary will be paid, there will be impact on cash. जब सैलरी दी जाएगी किसी को, एम्प्लॉइज को, तब क्या होगा? एक तो सैलरी जो एम्प्लॉय को मिल रहा है, दूसरा बिजनेस पे क्या इम्पैक्ट आएगा? बिजनेस से पैसा जाएगा, बिजनेस से कैश जाएगा, तो रूल अप्लाई होगा. सैलरी क्या है? आपको ये सोचना है कि सैलरी इज वन आइटम एंड कैश इज द अदर आइटम जिस पे इम्पैक्ट हुआ है. तो सैलरी क्या है? आपको जस्ट देन यू हैव टू कम टू द रूल. व्हाट इज सैलरी? इन द सैलरी इज अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट. सैलरी क्या हो रहा है? सैलरी इनकमिंग एक्सपेंस है. Salary obviously expense है because business is paying salary. Since business is paying salary, salary is a expense. So you will write expenses in which side? In the debit side. What will be the journal entry? Salary account, debit, and cash account. Cash पे impact गया. Cash account credit by amount 45,000. Like this. Narration, salary paid. Salary paid, like that. Always you have to write the narration. Salary account debit, cash account credit. Salary का टाइप अगर मैं पूछूं तो सैलरी किस टाइप में आएगा? नॉमिनल, N. कैश की टाइप क्या है? It's not a cash at bank, it's cash in hand. टाइप क्या है इसका? पहले वाला हमने क्या पढ़ा था? Real, like that. You have to write the type, okay? As I said, it's not required in the journal entry. For your understanding, I am writing the type here. You should know that what type, what is the nature, what is the type of the account, what you have written in front of the parties. Okay, this was about the nominal account. Now, suppose if one transaction just orally we will see. Suppose instead of salary paid, it will be salary paid by check. If I am adding one word here by check, what what change will be there? When buy check word is there, it means the transaction have been done through the bank. Salaries have been paid directly into the account through the bank. So instead of cash, you will write bank. Whenever any transaction which is done by the check, it will come in which account? In the bank account. Okay. So instead of salary will remain same. Instead of cash, you will write which account? You will write here bank account when it is done through the bank. Okay. So suppose example will be there that if salary is received, what will be the transaction? Salary received means cash will come in. What entry will be there? Cash account debit, salary account credit. Salary received by check. What entry will be there? Bank account debit, salary account credit, like that. Okay. This was about the nominal account. Today now in this thing we have studied the traditional approach. We have seen all the three rules as per the traditional approach: real, personal and nominal. Okay. Now first approach we have done, traditional approach. You should please remember the names. Traditional approach, English approach, and these rules are also known as golden rules of accounting. Now let us move towards the next approach, that is modern approach. Let us see the next one. This is second one. First one we have done. This is second one. This is modern approach. Modern approach, and it is also known as American approach. What are the rules of journal entries? What are the rules of journalizing according to the American approach? According to the modern approach. Actually, according to this approach, there are total 5 heads have been included in this type. Rules are same. I cannot say a single point is also change is there in traditional and modern. Rules will be applied in the same way, same impact will be there, same journal entries will be there, but just little bit they have bifurcated in 5 different heads. First one is asset. According to this approach, there are total 5 heads. First one is asset account. What will come in the asset? You all know, whatever property is there, that will come in all the asset account. So what the rule is saying? Rule is saying that debit the increase, debit the increase in asset, and vice versa, credit the decrease. Credit the decrease in asset. If you write even itna bhi likhoge, debit the increase, credit the decrease, it's understood that we are talking about asset only. No need to write in asset again and again. Just write debit the increase, credit the decrease. It means what the rule is saying? Rule is saying that कभी भी अगर asset का value बढ़ता है, asset की value अगर increase होती है, तो always it will be written in the debit, and if the asset value is decrease, it's going down, it will be always written in the credit. That's why when suppose one example I have taken in the traditional approach, I said when the building is sold. When building is sold, what will happen to the building? Building is asset. Building business से जाएगा, building का value business से कम हो जाएगा, zero हो जाएगा वो value. ठीक है, भले ही cash आ रहा है, but what about that building? Building is moving out. That's why we have credited building there. Here also same rule is there. If building will be decrease, we will credit the building. Building खरीदेंगे जो building debit होगा, and when building will be sold, building will be credited according to this rule. What the rule is saying? अगर asset का value बढ़ता है, business में कोई assets अगर आता है, तो it will be debit, and if assets value is decreasing, it is moving out of the business, it will be credit. Okay, this was the rule of asset, first one. Then second, it's liability account. It's liability account. What the rule is saying? Rule is vice versa of asset account. What the rule says? इसमें डेबिट कब करेंगे? When increase in liability will be there, it will be credit, and decrease in liability will be debit. Decrease in liability, debit, and increase in liability, credit. Rule says that whenever any liability increases in the business, जब कोई भी liability बढ़ती है, what are liabilities? As we have seen in the basic term, liabilities are all the obligations, responsibilities which has to be fulfilled at some future date. Suppose bank loan is taken. Bank loan क्या है? Bank loan is a liability. Nobody is giving the business the bank loan in free. No bank is giving. No financial institution is giving in free. That has to be paid back. That has to be paid back along with the interest too. So liability जब बढ़ती है business में, suppose bank loan taken, तो bank loan क्या है? Bank loan is a liability. और जब liability बढ़ेगा तब अब liability को हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Credit करेंगे. What entry will do when bank loan will be taken? Okay, amount will come in the business. Bank account debit to bank loan. Cash account debit to bank loan. Why? Because whenever loan will be taken for the business purpose from the bank, loan will increase the liability, and what the rule says? Rule says that whenever liability increases, it will be credit, and whenever it decreases, suppose the loan is paid now. Loan can be paid in installment. Suppose the loan is paid, जब loan pay होगा, the liability will decrease, and when decrease is there in the liability, it will be debit. Bank loan paid. In that condition, bank loan will be debit. Okay. Now coming to the next rule. Two rules we have seen. First one is asset, then liability. Third rule is capital. Third rule is capital. What is the rule for the capital? Capital, you will have the same rule as you have seen for the liability. Same rule is there for the capital also. What the rule is saying? Third one is capital. Third head, according to the modern approach, is capital. Rule says that, what is the rule? Debit the decrease same as you are seeing for the liability, and credit the increase. This is the rule. Whenever the capital increases in the capital is one of the biggest liability of the business, we can say. So whenever capital increases, capital, what is the capital? I said capital is a liability, biggest liability. So rule will be same as of the liability. Whenever the capital will increase, it will always be credited. Whenever the capital will decrease, it will be debited. Suppose generally you have seen the journal entry, always first one what we are seeing is business started with cash. So whenever business is started with cash, it means cash has been invested in the business. So when cash is invested in the business, it means that capital, on the one hand cash is coming in the business, on the other hand business liability has increased. Capital is the liability. So in that condition, what journal entry will do? Will do cash account debit and capital account credit, because there the liability has increased, the capital has increased. So whenever capital will increase, we will do it in the, we'll write it in the credit side, and whenever it will be decreased, we will write it in the debit side. This was the rule of capital. Now next one is expense account. Fourth one is expense account. Expenses account. What is the rule related to expenses? Same as of asset. What is the rule? Debit the increase. Debit the increase and credit the decrease. Credit the decrease. See, expenses account, what is coming actually in expenses? All the expenses, losses of the business. As we have seen in the traditional approach also, I have given number of examples. Salary, rent, wages, discount, commission, interest, so many. These all are expenses. So, whatever expenses are there in the business, whatever losses are there, bad debts, like whatever losses are there, they all will come in the expenses account. And what rule will be applied? Rule will be applied whenever expenses will increase, whenever losses will increase, they will always be debit. You compare with the nominal, you will find not a single change. In nominal also you have seen that whenever all the expenses losses are debited, all the incomes and gains are credited. All the expense losses are debited. Same thing we are doing here. We are debiting the increase, okay, and whenever decrease will be there, it will be credited. Then last one is the income account or revenue, we can say better. Fifth head according to the modern approach is revenues. Fifth head is according to the revenue account. Revenue accounts. So, what is the rule for the revenue? First of all, you should know that which are the items actually in this head, which items will come. All the incomes, all the gains are related to this account, revenue account. Revenue is income. Okay, all the incomes and gains. So, what is the rule here? Debit the decrease and credit the increase. Whenever any income will increase, what will be done? It will be always credited. And whenever any income will decrease, it will always be debited. Okay, so this is, it can be, what are the various examples of revenue? It can be interest received. So what entry you will have? Interest received, commission received, rent received, discount received. What entry you will have for interest received? Interest received. Interest is the income and income is increased. What the rule says? Whenever income is increasing, usko kya kar do? Credit kar do. So suppose entry we are taking interest received rupees 500. So what is the impact? What is coming in the business? Cash. What entry you will do? Cash account debit. And since the income is increasing in the form of interest, what entry you will do? Cash account debit and interest account credit. So these are the 5 heads what we have seen today. Today we have covered in this video. We have seen the rules of generalizing according to both the approaches, according to the traditional approach, according to the modern approach. What is important? You should remember all the 3 golden rules, which is real, personal and nominal. Then in this modern approach, you should remember all the 5 heads, which are the various 5 heads. These are asset account, then liability account, then capital account, expenses account and revenue account. Okay, so please do revision of both the approaches. This is a basic thing of accounting and which is everlasting and which is very important. Have a nice day.